We didn't even do an intro today because we're late.
I was like, what? I'm like waiting for the jingle.
You want me to play it? I can play it for you if you want. No, we'll play it so Jay feels better. Hold on. What is going on, everybody? It wasn't going to feel right if we didn't do an actual countdown. So, for Drunk 3PO for a Friday show, we got it done. What's up, Jay?
It was weird. I was like, you were just like, what's up, everybody? I'm like, holy crap. You know, usually take a big gulp of drink, you know, before while the countdown's going on. I check my teeth, make sure there's nothing in there, you know.
There you go. I think that we were actually talking about pirate stuff. That's why we're late.
I know, man. Hearing Ryan tell tales of pirate stuff just made me so happy.
Talking about pirates, I kind of want to just reinstall Assassin's Creed Black Flag and play it all day.
Pretty awesome.
For like the entire fucking weekend and just hunt fucking killer whales and sharks and, you know, take on man of wars, like all this stuff. That's kind of what I want to do. I just want to be a pirate right now.
It's an awesome life till you get caught.
Yeah, it's a bright.
I mean, we were talking about black sails. The first episode was, hey, you got to go to town and go see Blackbeard. It wasn't the Blackbeard he was expecting.
That is true.
No spoilers.
Black Sails is like Black Sails is so interesting. The first two seasons, there's so much just gratuitous sex, like all the time. And then the last two seasons, it really flips a lot. Like there's not as much of that, and it's more all these characters having these like emotional relationships with each other. But overall, it's still fun and it's good.
As like, first episode, go into town and go talk to Blackbeard, and he's all scared.
Yeah, he's like, Blackbeard. It's like, oh, that's right. She's got a massive bush. Got it.
Spoiler
alert. Yeah. This is pretty much what happens. That's pretty much what happens.
Oh, man. That was pretty funny. I was like, dang, they setting the tone right off the top, man, like in that show. But they certainly did.
He doesn't show up till later. And he does. I don't feel like I don't feel like his health struggles are the same as his health struggles in real life. He's like, I've got some shrapnel close to my heart that gets closer and closer every year. When in reality, I'm pretty sure he was like going insane because of syphilis.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And injecting mercury into his system.
Right into his dick.
Yeah.
Right into his dick. Fucking mercury up the urethra. Boom. How about we fix you that way? I would rather die, to be honest with you.
I just found it like, you know, when you're a kid and they give you thermometers to play with for the first time, and they're just like, if it cracks, don't let the mercury touch you, it'll kill you. And yet, not so long ago, they were injecting it into their body to like cure disease. It's crazy.
Basically, just kill everything.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's kind of like chemotherapy in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look at this super toxic thing we put. It'll kill almost anything within like its radius, including like healthy cells or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough. That's enough talk about
injecting your wee-wee with mercury.
Yeah. That shit just makes me want to like cross my leg. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh God, when I fucking hear shit like that. But anyway, it is a Friday. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. Helldivers. Listen, no good things can last forever, and Helldivers getting a lot of backlash right now.
Did you see the stream started off with a $200 banger? Holy crap, dude!
We're gonna get right into it here. Because we got Helldivers stuff to talk about, we got Sony to talk about, we got some Disney bad news to talk about. All those things are good, but look at this super chat from Prometheus Creations for what is Jeremy, a proper 199? Somebody calls this For $199, this is Gohan. Look forward to joining your ranks, Jeremy, as a G&G YouTuber and streamer. This is my content channel, or will be. I plan on doing long-term projects for Star Wars, Mecha, 3D prints, even a brand new IP. Long-term projects will be funded when ready. Well, looks like you guys should go check out Prometheus Creations.
Freaking
Prometheus
awesome.
Space Creations, because that is it's a big super chat, man. And a lot of, he's saying he's about to take this channel to the moon. So that's awesome. Shout out. Alua Iger, the talent terrorist. It's Bob Iger as a Muslim. Slayed bugs and bots. We liberated the creek. We rose the flag of Super Earth, and this is how we're repaid. Let it be jihad, brada. Make Helldivers democratic again. Inshallah. Allah be praised. Thank you, Alua Iger, the talent terrorist. Appreciate the effort on that super chat.
People are really mad at that Helldivers announcement.
Yeah, as someone who has literally already linked it to their PlayStation Network, not as big of a deal to me, but I understand the backlash. I understand the backlash. Christian Rocker with a gifted membership. Thank you. Downs Superman for 2. Have no fear. Downs Superman is here. Hail the 199.
That's a great picture.
That's a view. Of course, a great picture. Mark of Reality Survivor. Are you guys allowing channel plugs and super chats? Well, we read every super chat, so whatever you want to say in it, you can basically say. I'll edit it if it's some kind of racial epithet that's not allowed on YouTube, because I would never say anything like that. So shout out Mark of Reality if you're looking for that. Tomac for $50 to all my fellow Helldivers. If you don't like the nonsense that Sony's polling, just saying the Earth Defense Force needs soldiers. EDF6 is out in 2 months. We will talk about Helldivers. We'll talk about it. But thank you, Tomac, for a big super chat. I did want to get to this. Blabs the Tower Tard for 5. Gary beat YouTube. Now he's doing the mainstream media DLC side quests. And the best part is he won't have any idea what that means. Yes, Gary was on Fox News with Will Kane the other day on the Will Kane show. You are seeing a change. It's not that suddenly people are like, oh, this person's mainstream, this person's mainstream. A lot of people in the mainstream, whether it's Will Kane, Piers Morgan, whatever, they are seeing the people that get attention. They're seeing the people that resonate with audiences, and they are delving into the YouTube world because they realize that those people are getting more people listening to them than they are. Like that's why you're seeing more YouTubers and people like Gary,
man, don't sell
Critical
yourself
Drink
short,
or whatever.
Bro, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be with Nine Line Apparel. So it's like, John Bartolo, God rest his soul. It's like, he reached out to you first. You get invited to all these events, that before like you said, they would laugh at. They wouldn't invite YouTubers to these things, these political things and stuff like that. They're like, they're just guys in their mom's basement recording videos. So, it's tip your hat to yourself as well, man.
Well, I don't have a hat to tip, and I don't have too much to tip about. I wasn't on Will Kane, I wasn't on Piers Morgan, but
no, Gary killing it too, man. But
Gary's killing it. We can remember to keep straight Jeremy and Jerry Seinfeld, who are apparently Jeremy Seinfeld must be his evil twin brother. But yeah, I don't know if you saw that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I also saw where they're like, I didn't play much games growing up at Tecmo Bowl. Can you explain Gamergate? Hey, Gary's like, well, I'm not a gamer. I'm a nerd. But this is what I think happened. He handled it like a champ, though, man. He freaking handled it like a boss, like that, like he handles everything else. So
let's see if I can find. Gary did like this 30-minute spot on Will Kane show. We're just going to talk about the things he fucked up. Right here, here's Gary.
That you're interacting with. That's what people are moving to. But comedy, what Jeremy is, why do I keep saying Jeremy? Jeremy's going to laugh, my friend Jeremy. Jerry Seinfeld basically it's dead in Hollywood.
That's so.
Will Kane was like,
Will Kane's like, Ah, yes, Jeremy, this mysterious Jeremy. You must be talking about the quartering who started Friday Night Tights. That's probably what happened.
But yeah, no, you're right. Like Gary kills it, man, every time. He does a lot better than what's that guy's name? Hassan Piker, who cries when he gets on these mainstream.
Yeah,
you know,
Hassan's like,
he's like, I don't know you. You're like
I don't know. You're just talking over from London. You're over from London talking to all these things about Palestinians. Shut up, bro. We don't need to hear from you, bro. Who the fuck are you? Yeah,
but to your point, they're reaching out to streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that and bringing them in the mainstream.
Well, like those are people that are like seeing the landscape change.
Yeah,
you know. I'm not some like mass. I gotta watch Piers Morgan or whatever. But it's clear based on the people he's getting on and like the conversation he's trying to generate with those people being on, that he understands the scope of legacy mainstream media is changing and needs to change. I think that's why we're seeing some of this shit.
Bro, I don't know if you heard, but
probably not.
Yeah, probably not. When I was at Fan Expo in Canada, this guy comes up, he walks behind Gina's booth and gives her a big hug, and she's like, oh my gosh, yes. And it took me a second to kind of recognize who it was. He turns at me and he goes, drunk 3PO, dude, man, I love you. Freaking Jamie Kennedy, man. I was like,
Jamie Kennedy from like the Jamie Kennedy experience.
Malibu's Most Wanted, man. Why are you? Dude, I was dying. I was like,
Jamie
what the
fucking
freak?
Kennedy.
Yeah, that just made my whole year. I'm like, I'm done.
That's great. You're like, I'm never making another video again.
I was like, don't be hating.
I've made it.
Yeah, he was hilarious, man. We get to hang out for a minute, so it was cool. It's like it's weird. It's weird when that happens. So Jamie freaking Kennedy.
Over on Rumble, Lord of the Reef for $5 says, Hail G&G. Post a preview of a new song I'm working on. Soon, I'll have more original music than gay Dan Vask. You can check it out as well as the rest of my music at Long Walks Music on Rumble. And then Lord of the Reef for another $5. Long Walks Music. It's adequate. Oh, and smash that Rumblussy. Thank you, Lord of the Reef. Go check out Long Walks Music, no spaces. Long Walks Music on Rumble. And then Lord Botha with let's get into this first Helldivers conversation. Part 1, PlayStation's only available in 60 plus countries out of 200, meaning those in countries without it can't link, can't play. In a Q&A, the official response to this question was to use a VPN. This would be openly calling to violate Sony's terms of service instead of doing what they need, which is refund those in unplayable countries. Yes. So let's talk about this, because this one tweet from Helldivers, and Helldivers, which obviously I would say has really exploded over the past couple months in terms of a player base, in terms of people talking about it. They went through a little thing because they had a community manager that seemed a little bit of a weirdo, but otherwise people are really enjoying the game itself. Well, now, unless you link a PlayStation Network account, even if you don't have one currently, even if your country doesn't have one, you are not going to be able to play the game. And with everything we've seen with Sony, with Stellar Blade censorship, blah, 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 it just looks like another moment in which people are going to be ready to absolutely despise what Sony's doing. Helldivers, an important message from our partner PlayStation about account leaking for PC players and its significance in providing player safety features. Here's the entire announcement. Due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. That grace period will now expire. See details below in this post. Account linking plays a critical role in protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security, provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studios games. This is our main way to protect players from griefing and abuse by enabling the banning of players that engage in that type of behavior. It also allows those players that have been banned the right to appeal. As such, as of May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. current players on Steam will start to see the mandatory login from May 30th and will be required to have a linked Steam and PlayStation Network account by June 4th. Accounts are free and easy to set up. We understand this may be a convenience. This step will help us continue to build a community that you are proud to be a part of.
Now, accounts are free and easy to set up. Come on, guys.
Now, this was met with a lot of people pissed off with like immediately 2,500, 3,000 negative reviews on Steam. Now, obviously, it's got a lot of positive reviews. It has 330,000 reviews that are very positive. However, you see recent reviews have gone down to mostly positive because, and this is the last 30 days, because in the last 24 hours or so, a shit ton of negative reviews have come in because of this, because you have people playing this game. You had people playing this game for months now, and now this is happening. Now, this is a game that was published by Sony. Makes sense that they want to do this, that they want to get people set up on PlayStation Network if they aren't already. But I think only 69 countries PlayStation Network's available in. If you're not in one of those countries, we heard earlier, somebody said an official response on a message board was use a VPN, which shouldn't be allowed. But like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
For instance, I don't think Egypt has PlayStation Network. That's a pretty, well-known country. A lot of people live there. Egypt doesn't have PlayStation Network. So if you're in Egypt playing Helldivers, you're fucked now, basically. There are a lot of people mad.
Yeah. Tell me how to destroy a game. In one tweet, one message. I don't understand. Like they're doing this for safety precautions, and they blamed it on a technical issue. So we'll see. The PC gamers are going to rise up. Let's see if it'll be interesting to see if they boycott or just stop playing and move on to something else. I have the game on PlayStation, so
I have the game. I have the game on Steam, but I linked it to my PlayStation Network already, so I could see my friends who are playing on there or whatever. I don't give a fuck, right? Because I already did it. I don't care. But I get why people would be upset about it, especially if one of those reasons is to make sure that players aren't getting abused. All that fucking gay bullshit. Like nobody gives a fuck about that. Especially not a lot of the player base of Helldivers. So Sony continues to really piss people the fuck off with stuff like this. Like I said, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't particularly bother me because I don't have any problem linking my PlayStation Network account, but a lot of people do, and they're voicing their opinions, and they're pissed off.
I guess we'll see what we'll see what happens. Do they back like if it's a real loud noise? Do they walk back on this?
I don't think so.
I don't think they can change it, right? Like that's just how it has to be. So,
yeah, I don't think there's any way that could happen, but maybe. But maybe. And this apparently, like, because Sony are the ones that were the publishers on this game, like, it was kind of assumed by a lot of people this may happen at one point in time. But you can see, like, let me go back to that tweet. It's not ratioed, but it's getting there.
Yeah,
it has over 6,000 comments to 8,000 likes. So there's a lot of people that are upset about this right now. And some that had so much positive momentum, they may have shot themselves in the foot.
You think this is all because of like toxic gamers? Is that like the main reason why like doing this? I mean, like it's just weird how they went from technical issues to keeping our game safe to like it's like they're just like going on. They just listed all the check boxes, as to why this is important. So
well, I think probably, like, to be honest, I think they're probably being real. I think probably there were because for me, as soon as I did link that and tried to do crossplay with you guys, there was some weird shit that was going on, which tends to maybe potentially happen when crossplay things happen. So maybe that's why they didn't require people to link it at the time. They're still working out some shit. I don't necessarily not buy that. I think that it was always the plan, though, to force people to have linked their PlayStation Network accounts.
Sounds like Control. Let's Control.
Well, they published it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, unfortunately. but certainly a lot of people upset about it. We'll see if people can make enough noise, but I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there's enough people that do end up getting refunds because it's unplayable for them. I think Steam might end up doing something because if it really is for these people, for a lot of countries out there that don't have access to PlayStation Network, they can't fucking play the game. I think Steam will be forced to give refunds to those people. I think that will happen.
Whew, that's going to be wild.
But I don't know what people are talking about.
I mean, people will move on to the next game. You know, it's a shame, but
yeah. Well,
you had fun playing it, right? You enjoyed it.
My one time, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did.
Yeah. See, that's a lot.
For me, it is. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Just like Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie freaking Kennedy.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
Exactly. Dude, he's based out of his mind.
What is this? Are you talking? All right, so Jeremy just sent me something. And I don't know if this is I think he wants to show me the AI part of this, which is funny. So they're like, YouTube's doing this like new AI thing sometimes. I want to show you this screenshot. Apparently, it says people are talking about chat summary. People are talking about Jeremy Seinfeld, who is a comedian and actor. They're also talking about Gary, who is a YouTuber. This is the chat AI summary. That is wild.
Jeremy Seinfeld.
Jeremy Seinfeld. AI still needs a little bit of help. I also like that Lord Botha spotted me having a cocktail at 10:15 Central. I'm on Eastern, just for the record.
That's pretty funny.
I'm on Eastern time. So,
man, did you see that Simpsons AI trailer?
No, what is that?
Somebody like made an entire like promo for The Simpsons using AI for like Simpsons in real life. Do you want to see that? It's freaking creepy, man.
Sure, yeah. Why not?
It's not long. I think it's just a minute, but
Bush and Ryu Cat for $20. Hail my brothers. 1, Gungrats. 2, Gary Neurotic again for making national TV. Next, getting Jay to join the Howard Stern show. 2, fuck Sony for bullying Steam users to pay to play Helldivers on something they don't own. There it is. Thank you, Bush and Ryu Cat.
Here is the AI is just getting wild. Like, so this is the Simpsons recreated with AI. It's like I think it's 1950s or something like that.
Have the intro song and everything?
No, it's different.
Welcome to Springfield, where the jokes are as abundant as the donuts and the residents are as quirky as they come. Meet Homer Simpson, the bumbling head of the Simpson family. By his side is Marge, his patient and kind-hearted wife, who holds the family together. Their children include Bart, who is always stirring up chaos.
Yeah.
Lisa, the middle child, shines with intelligence and compassion. And there's Maggie, the adorable baby. From exploring the enigmatic mysteries of the town's wealthiest resident, Mr. Burns, to navigating the vibrant atmosphere of Moe's Tavern, every moment is a unique experience.
Barney.
Also part of this vibrant ensemble is Ned Flanders, the friendly neighbor whose unwavering optimism never fails to brighten the day. Followed by Krusty the Clown, the eccentric entertainer who's always ready to put on a show.
What the hell?
Not forget
Milhouse.
Bart's loyal and nerdy best friend. Explore the wacky world of Springfield, town where the laughter is infectious, and the residents are always ready to welcome you with open arms.
It's freaking wild.
Everybody looks related.
Yeah.
Every one of those people look like they're related to each other in that AI trailer.
I'm just saying though, like we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that point where YouTubers just gonna make these AI videos and just get millions of views to start off with. And
there already are a lot of those channels.
Yeah.
Like there are a ton of like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones channel. There are things like that are run completely by AI. Like you can tell by the voices that they use in the, like, to describe all the things that are happening, and sometimes how they mispronounce words that if you actually watch that show, you would not mispronounce that word. So you can kind of tell that way.
Yeah.
You can tell because it's all AI art that they're using for it. It's wild. And a lot of them are getting a fuck ton of traction. A fuck ton of traction. Lord of the Ree for $2. I already have my PlayStation account linked because I'm not retarded and I know how to read. But yeah, it's pretty gay. It's kind of how I feel about it. General Duality for $5 on Rumble. Sony just likes pissing off everyone, from weebs to gamers. Helldivers 2 will be the last thing I buy from Sony. I also got my tickets for Lord of the Rings in theaters. Can't wait to see it with my buddy.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Speaking of, it is tomorrow is the 4th of May. And there's a movie. What?
May the 4th be with you, Ryan.
Yeah. My favorite day.
May the 4th be with you.
You know, I love hearing May the 4th be with you from somebody with a really gay lisp like Dave Filoni. Yeah. May the 4th be with you. Right? Oh, wait, we did get to see that. Star Wars put out a video, didn't they?
Yeah.
Let me go to
They
that.
sure did.
Let's get ready to celebrate May the 4th, which has so much meaning to Star Wars fans, at least over the last decade and a half, even if it didn't before that.
It's just growing, man. Like the fan base is just out of control. You know?
Here we go. Where the fuck am I? Let's share this. This May the 4th, we celebrate the best fans in the galaxy, except you racists out there that don't like Moses Ingram. There's no place for you. Are you ready?
Remove your helmet. We must walk the way together.
Didn't look like Kylo Ren.
Started with the fans.
If I could sum up Star Wars fans in one word:
Energy. Love. Trust.
Fearless. Loyalty. I'm counting on you. We stay together.
We're a family.
Come on, let's go.
Little acolyte tease.
Well, you got the acolyte tease. You got the people that got invited to the. Was this the Ahsoka event that they did or whatever?
I think so, yeah, because those are all Ahsoka sabers.
Yeah, there's Rex with his little cameo that a bunch of people cummed in their fucking pants for.
Star Wars, it's a family that you'll carry on with you.
Hey, there's some OT representation behind the scenes.
Is Cara doing in this?
Carrie Fisher, who is tricked into not wearing a bra by George Lucas.
Carry on with you for a very long time to come, I think, and I hope.
This is where the fun begins.
Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
Star Wars has been something I did with my father when I was a kid.
And then it just became like this tradition.
It's been a part of my life forever.
This fandom brings in friends that I've never had before.
I'm looking for someone.
Looking? Found someone you have, I would say.
One way out! One way out!
Long live the Empire.
A lot of Disney Star Wars there.
Baby!
It's unreal.
The amount of effort you put into being fans, it's part of what makes Star Wars so great.
For all the Star Wars fans,
may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th.
Hold on, we gotta go. May the 4th be with you. All my gay fans out there.
May the 4th be with you.
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 How fucking tone deaf is it for the company, the brand, the IP that literally has done nothing but shit on their fucking fans for 12 years now? Shit on fans. Say we don't need these fans. We need to bring in new fans. To say something like this about how much the fucking fans mean to them while playing basically nothing but Disney garbage. One fucking clip. It's 90 seconds, so maybe I missed something. I saw about 1 second of a clip from behind the scenes footage from the original trilogy. Like, Maybe there was another glimpse or something in there. Virtually all of that is Disney bullshit that they put out there. But this is very much now I know there was a like in 2011, there was like the first officially recognized May the 4th day just before Disney really bought them. This very much has been like a commercialized Disney like holiday thing. But I don't know. It's just fucking laughable. Although we did get to see Dave's lisp in there. A lot of Acolyte in this trailer.
A lot
of Ahsoka in this trailer.
I mean, the numbers don't lie, man. Like if they have such of the greatest fans ever in the world, then how come none of them are buying their stuff? You know, how come the the shows are not getting the views that they hope for? And they did this. They're doing this Star Wars marathon for 30 hours, right? It's a 30-hour. You can watch 1 through 9 in theaters. They weren't doing it, of all places, Disney Springs, and a couple people just went and I guess they complained that it wasn't there, so they decided to do it, like sell the tickets. And from what I've heard, and I'll have to double check, is that they had to move it to a smaller. They're moving it to a smaller theater because they're not selling a lot of tickets. Now, granted, like The Rock, that's a long time to spend in a movie theater.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So I don't know how many people want to people that probably have 30 hours to spend sitting in a theater might not have the money to buy a ticket. I'm just making a guess. I don't know. So, especially if they have Disney Plus, I guess they could watch it at home, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
time.
There is one movie that's out there this weekend, which is Phantom Menace. So
that comes out this weekend.
I think it comes out today, right?
And then but they're only hold on. There's something that I read, like they're only releasing that one, and then if you want to see the others, you got to go to the marathon.
Well, yeah, but it's the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, right? Well, it will be, and
okay,
it's going to come out like May 19th or whatever. But that's why it's in theaters now. It's because it's 25th anniversary.
I want to see them do the release a different one every weekend and just see how the numbers go, like 1 through 9, instead of putting it all in a marathon. Why don't you guys just like drop it and see? You can see the episode 1, episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't think they want to see that.
Yeah.
So
I think they'll be embarrassed about that whole thing.
Probably would be. Are you going to go see Phantom Menace in theaters this weekend?
No, I will be in Philly for the Philly Fan Expo with the entire crew from Ahsoka will be there. They're going to do a special Ahsoka thing with Hayden Christensen and Rosario Dawson, and they're all going to be there doing Ahsoka stuff.
Nice. I hope they have fun together. It's too bad the show is
I probably won't see them, but
it's too bad the show is absolute dog shit, like absolutely fucking horrifically bad. But
yeah,
hey, Dave Filoni, that's the guy, right? Let him cook. let him cook. Gerardson for Mexican 50 pesos. Jay, you familiar with Fate Go? What are your thoughts of representation of famous pirates?
I am not.
What's Fate Go?
I am not. Is that an animation?
I don't fucking know.
I have no idea. I plan on you know what I want to do though? Like Sunday, I want to walk. I want to go downtown Philly and go live and just
you want to
see if I survive for an hour or two.
I don't really know what downtown Philly like. I have been to Philadelphia. I spent a couple of days there on like a high school trip where I went to a bunch of historic locations and shit like that. But I have no idea where downtown Philly is. They probably didn't take us there because they thought we'd get killed.
Yeah.
Wait, what is your thoughts about representation of famous pirates?
I don't. I haven't seen the show, so I couldn't tell you. But the thing is, it's pirates have just been romanticized forever. So whatever they take on it, I'm sure it's I'm sure it's fine. The real history of like the real pirates that they put in things like Blackbeard and Anne Bonny and all that stuff are probably like it just the legends just keep growing and growing and growing. And then like a historian will find like some rare court document that will have their name, and they'll write a whole new book with like a whole new thought process of their history. So it's usually what ends up happening. Like right now, like I'm not to go on a tangent, but like Mary Read, she was like a famous female pirate. Well, recently,
she pretended she was a guy, right?
Yeah, just recently they found a document in the Caribbean thinking that she didn't die in prison when she was caught, that she actually was let go and she had a child and she died and she was buried at this Catholic church in one of the islands there. I can't remember if it was Jamaica or somewhere else, but yeah, they just found like a little tiny piece of paper somewhere. So now all the history changed. So now it's like, now you read the updated book, so now all the history changes. Before it was Mary Read died in prison while she was pregnant, and now it's like, no, I don't think she did. I think she lived because she was pregnant.
Didn't Anne Bonny get like relief from the law because she was pregnant?
Right.
Like one time when she got
yeah.
Must be fucking easy to be a female pirate. All your fucking male pirates immediately get marched to the fucking gallows. Y'all bragging about how you can hang with everybody, but you can't literally hang with them because all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm with child, and they fucking protect you. So.
Yeah. So it's like
female pirates taking the easy route. I get it.
Yeah, it was against the law. It was against English law to kill a woman that was pregnant. So they let her go. So so the rumor is that, well, if you read one book, she went to Cuba, had a baby, and spent the rest of her life in a brothel. Or she went back up to South Carolina, had a baby, and made good with her dad. So
I just want to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's all I want. Get on board the Jackdaw and just rape and pillage, basically. That's what I want to do. Cole Summers for 2. PSN is allowed in 83 regions. It was sold in 200 plus. There you have it. Tobias for 10. I just don't get why this is such a big deal. But then again, I'm so used to seeing idiocy of game companies from being a Battlefield fan and dealing with EA's crap. Just link to a burner email. That may be what some people choose to do. I'm not exactly sure, Tobias. Prometheus, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was going to show you, since we were talking about it, like someone just uploaded this graph. Helldivers 2 reviews on Steam now. Like, just like
so you're looking at 6,000 negatives maybe in the last, in the last day.
That's wild, man.
That's not a super effective chart, but that's my guess. About 6,000 negative reviews over the last day or so. That's rough. That is rough. Prometheus Creations for 20. At Gohan Creates is the @ to find the channel if people are interested. Thank you, Prometheus. Or Gohan. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. What's up, Dom? Steve Fitch for 5. Hey, Jay. We be at Fan Expo Toronto with Gina in August. Would love to meet you.
I will be there. And I also think X-Ray Girl and Perry Chan are making their way too. So we'll all be there in August. I'll be there.
Downs Superman changes his profile picture for $2. This is the best one. You know, Blue-Eyed Scorpio sent me a message the other day.
Look like I'm ripping a nice fart on that picture, man. Whew.
What did he say? Where's Blue-Eyed Scorpio? He sent me a picture and says, "Why are there so many J's?"
I can only imagine.
And this is, hold on, I got to show the picture.
I can only imagine.
He said, "Why are there so many J's?" And this was in my messages. It was just this. It said, "Why are there so many J's?" and a screenshot of this guy. I don't think it looks too much like you, but there is some resemblance.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't have a Texas shirt, but that's pretty good.
Blabs the Tower Chart for 2. Brian, any chance of you doing unsubscribe? I mean, if they invited me, I'd go in a fucking heartbeat, but I haven't heard anything from those guys. Gary did a great show with them, though.
Yeah, you'll be next.
But yeah, I'd love to sometime. Discount superhero for 5. I'll accept no one stealing my line. I have retard strength. Have no fear. Discount superhero is here.
What's up, brother?
Prometheus for 10. It's all to get Helldivers 2 woke. Well, the thing is, all of the restrictions or censorship implement, all of that has probably already been done. It was published by Sony, right? If you're worried about something like that, this is really just the PlayStation Network thing closing the loop on that bullshit. Aurora uplinks for 2. And this is how PlayStation collapses financially. I don't know if this is going to be the thing to do it, but I think it would take a lot more than that. But thank you, Aurora uplinks. Moose for 5. It's Friday. Just got off my shift at the hospital. Have beer. Let's go. Glad I have PlayStation, by the way. Fucked they did this, though. John Goats for 5. Fine with people in uncovered countries and such being mad, but this gives same energy to Microsoft with Sea of Thieves on PlayStation or Rockstar for GTA 5. Yes, like that.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier.
This is not the first time we've seen something like this. However, I don't know if we've ever seen the game launched, be mega popular, and then 4 months later they kind of back end this requirement. That is the one thing that, like, if it was going to be this way off the bat, then maybe there were a lot of people that wouldn't have played it to begin with.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox, but I had to create an account to play Sea of Thieves with friends. So it took like 2 seconds. But annoying, yeah, nonetheless.
Let's see, where did I go? Literally the best thing they've had in years. They're going to completely piss off their fan base. Do they have more brilliant plans? Give away cash? I'll take some. Suna, Soul Silver for 5. At least this will solve the server issue that Helldivers 2 is having for the past 2 months. Maybe it will. Ministry of Wrongthink for 10. They're holding Helldivers 2 hostage by bootstrapping their BS network to the best performing game because the Stellar Blade boycott is working and they have to bump their numbers back.
That's an interesting take.
That's a conspiracy theory take.
Yeah.
I fully believe, again, this is a game that was like published by Sony. There were a lot of glitches with like crossplay and like issues with it early on. So I do believe this is probably their intention from the beginning. That's my guess on it. I don't think it has anything to do with Stellar Blade. Because ironically, I don't think there's a ton of people boycotting Stellar Blade. There might be people that maybe canceled their subscription. But I just don't think it's that kind of turnaround. I don't think that's what's going on right now. Autistic Steve for 5. Ryan's beer smells like a third date that went well. L199. I wish it smelled like that right now, to be honest.
It took me a second. I got it.
I wish it smelled like that. Tobias for 5. Do your part today. Buy and play Starship Troopers. Extermination. Become a citizen. Do you want to know more? I'm good.
I didn't even know they had a game.
Oh yeah. That they got a lot of attention a couple months ago, I think. Yeah. B-Chain for 5. Tell Sony to piss off. Cancel PlayStation Plus. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are doing in response to Stellar Blade stuff as well. Again,
Stellar Blade doing the same
having
thing?
a PlayStation Network account does not mean you're subscribing to like the service, right? You can create a free account.
What did Stellar Blade do? They did the same thing?
No. What are you talking about? Well, Stellar Blade's on PlayStation.
Right.
So obviously you have to have a PlayStation account to play it. Let's see. Go and Shaggy for 199. Is this just Sony can boost stat sheet numbers? Yeah, I mean, I do think that's part of it. I think any game they publish, they want you to be forced to have a PlayStation Network account. I wouldn't be surprised by that. That's probably it's probably the same thing they have with any fucking game that they publish in that way, would be my guess, but I don't know. Vet Gamer, Bocephus for 5. Coming soon. Helldivers 2, we put pride capes in it and made it gay. Mo Zamboni, member for 5 months. I'm not against linking to another account, but Sony could possibly have the worst security team in the world. They're overdue for another leak. Yeah, that was that like 5 years ago when all the PlayStation Network shit got hacked? Maybe it was less than that. It wasn't that long ago. John Goetz for 5. Not unusual. Yes, again, Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, Rockstar, and other companies require their accounts for online play. Countries not covered should be refunded. Joker's Disciple for 2. Sony's acting like Beardo's legs, weak and wiggly. Beardo just catching strays out here.
That's pretty good.
catching strays.
That could be the comment of the day. Weak and wobbly. Is that what did he say? Weak and wobbly, right?
Yeah. Alec Baldwin's finger for $50. Sony's trying to buy Paramount right now. Feels like a CFO decision. I personally don't think that this one Helldivers thing or making Helldivers people sign up for play. I really don't think this is some make or break thing for Sony as a whole, trying to acquire a different company or merge with the company or anything like that. I really don't think. I think this is like standard operating Sony procedure, which is why it pisses so many people off. Why a lot of people are sick of it. But I do not think there is any kind of because of this they decided to force it. I think it was probably always going to happen. But thank you for the super chat, Alec Baldwin's finger. Maybe there is more to it. Sparta Chris for 5. Happy Military Appreciation Month, Ryan. Thank you for your service and everyone else who have and are serving. You are very welcome.
That's right.
And I appreciate that, Sparta Chris. Thank you.
Ryan, how does it feel? Totally off topic, but I just want to show this clip because to me it's funny. How does it feel serving this awesome country to defend the rights of these wonderful people, protesters who decided to take on the cops with cut pieces of plastic trash cans? And they're being cheered and hailed as heroes, man.
You just need a Rocket theme song. Bum bum ba da dun da da dun da da dun 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 da da dun da da dun da da dun dun da da dun da dun da 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 da.
Bro, it's just the funniest. I can't stop laughing at these people, man. Like, I know it's totally off topic, but when I saw that, I was just like, no, they literally sat around and cut out pieces of plastic from trash cans, put on bicycle helmets, like, we got this, boys. We got this. Let's go. They played way too many video games. I don't know. Maybe they need to go see Lord of the Rings this weekend or something. Who knows?
That dude got fucked up. That dude got fucked up. Didn't work very well.
I just love when everyone's like, they start clapping and cheering. They're like, we're going to do it, boys. We're going to do it. Anyway, sorry.
Real smile bit. Could be the AI referred to him as Jeremy Seinfeld because in the interview that Gary did, he kept referring to Jerry Seinfeld as Jeremy Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Could be why. Ginger Adventure for 5. Jamie Kennedy was just on Fallen State with Jesse Lee Peterson. Hilarious watch.
Oh,
God. Bob for $3. Thank you.
What is that for a lip,
Bob?
Is that like a piece of noodle? It's like a noodle.
Jay's hungry. Andrew CR for 2,500. My birthday's tomorrow, and I'm ashamed it's Disney Star Wars Day. Fuck them. May
25th.
May 25th to me is Star Wars Day. It's the day Star Wars was released in theaters. For decades, it was kind of celebrated as Star Wars Day. Really, in the past 15 years or so is when it became very commercialized to do May the 4th shit. But if you want to, like, any day is a good reason to revisit your favorite Star Wars stories. So I've recently listened to the Rogue Squadron audiobooks because they were released unabridged for the first time over the past couple years, which are fucking amazing. Highly recommend them.
And Darth Plagueis audio. That is fantastic stuff right there.
And happy birthday, Andrew.
Yeah. I think I listened to the Darth Plagueis on audio like 3 to 4 times. Easy. Have you ever heard it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Of course. Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. Cactus for 1069. Love you, Jay and Ryan. Did an Alien Isolation stream last night. Attempted to talk Alien while playing. Was too much of a pussy to do it on Nightmare, though. Open to criticism on my vid so I can improve too. Thank you, Cactus.
Man, I had to turn that off. Like, there's a setting, at least on PlayStation, where if you make a sound while you play that game, you trigger the alien to come after you. So you could turn that. You could turn that. Off. So, but yeah, that's wild. It's like even if you breathe heavy, after I walk up a flight of steps, I don't want to play that game. So got to calm down a little bit.
Autistic Steve, would you rather be alone in the woods with a bear or a woman with green or blue hair? For sure, a woman with green or blue hair.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there is a 95% chance if they have green or blue hair, they're probably going to be fucking insane. But there's a 5% chance they won't. And either way, I'm not going to get killed by them. I could get killed by a bear.
Yeah.
Unknown shit clown wars. Thank you. Prometheus for 5. I will more than likely get targeted by KK, but I won't bend and I won't listen. I will do my Star Wars project whether she likes it or not. Well,
good luck.
I don't believe you'll get targeted by Kathleen Kennedy. I firmly believe that won't happen. Because as we know, she's already been fired like a million times. So
really? She's still in office?
That's what I heard. That's what I read. Just like George Lucas coming back,
Yeah, that was the next question. When's his show coming out?
Jedi Ben for 199. Today, Hasbro stream started with a HasLab shit show.
Oh no.
Experiment for 11 months. More locations were added to Star Wars marathon screenings. Going to see the 6 actual Star Wars movies at Disney Springs AMC. Hey, there you go.
So you are going. Man, let us know how it was. I think you get a poster or a Funko.
He's probably seen them before.
Well, no, I mean, like, are they gonna some theaters do special giveaways? So
let us know how it is. It's like
apparently AMC here in Orlando is letting people bring in their own food. So
what?
Yeah,
that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, apparently
if I were them. Destructo disc, suspicious amount of females in that Star Wars ad, huh? Yeah. Go and Shogi for 5. They say Star Wars is family, except my family has never called me sexist, racist, or homophobic. R.I.P. Star Wars.
It's true.
Bush and Ryu Cat for 5. May the 4th, a shitty load of Star Wars film that shits loads. Then May 5th, drink shitty drinks and shit out the shitty Star Wars shit to get shit-faced. Poop 199. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Gray Man, or as other words known, Revenge of the 5th. Gray Man for 2. I'm here to hear more of Ryan's gay furry fantasies. I don't know how you could hear more of because there's never been one. Damajani, what's up, Damajani for 2? I'll be at Philly Fan Expo show. Come through.
Hey, what's up, man? I'll look for you.
Ronan for 5. Fate Go is an anime gacha game with historical and mythical characters. Includes many pirates, included gender-bent Francis Drake with big assets.
Really? Francis Drake?
TJ for 20. I live in Philly. Center City is where you're going to want to go, or hit up South Street. It's not too bad if you go during the day. Just make sure you stay far away from Kensington Ave as possible. Might not survive there.
I think that's where I want to go. Also, guys, do I go to Pat's or Geno's to get my Philly cheesesteak while I'm there? Or do I just get one from both?
Both.
Yeah.
Aren't they across the street from each other?
Yeah, they're across the street.
Yeah. Nocturnal member for 2 months. Jay is a Matrix construct. That's why so many versions of him. Hail the 199.
Yeah, I'm the unlockable skin.
May the 4th, yawn. May 1st, burst for the win. Oh, the camera's on. Thank you, Kyle Denson. Yes, hail DSP. TJ for $20. Wish I could meet up with you, Jay, but I'll be down by Atlantic City, New Jersey with my daughter, visiting my parents. Today's my daughter's 10th birthday. Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Damn, does time fly. One of these days, I'll finally get out to a meetup. Have fun.
I'll tell you, man, the Orlando meetups are pretty good.
Yakamaru for New Region 50. Joining up with Soini was a terrible idea on Arrowhead's part, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Pre-Dawn Corpse, which I tried not to show the super chat of because I don't know if it's an actual dead body or not.
Oh, my God.
Brian, can you please put on the Boba helmet? I'll put it on.
There it is.
Is that what you want? It's really hard to see in this.
I got to touch that thing.
Yeah, you put it together without knowing it was mine. Sketch says, blah. Proficial John Morrow for 2. Sony got as many bad takes as Beardo.
More strays.
Two gay fan for 10. Sorry I'm late. Corpos are making me take harassment training. Can you believe they won't let us pass with an 80%? Screw bridge, screw DEI, and screw the land whale in my department.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Harassment training.
Woke and fat. Ugh. The proficient John Morrow for 5. By the way, about them protesters, they need a Goldberg spear. Yeah. The tit knicker for 2. Jay, you never answered my email.
What?
God. I can't believe you wouldn't.
Hey,
reply
re-email
to
me.
a
Just like
tit knicker.
send it again. Just put like bump or something in there so it goes to the top of my list. Sorry about that, man. I usually get to all of them.
LCP L anime guy. I don't know. $5. Was hoping to be a great patriot in Helldivers 2. Unfortunately, my only joy seeing protesters messing around and now finding out.
Yeah, man. Even in Florida, they finding out quick.
I can't see in this. It's fogging up.
Jeremy says that the F&T Vegas vlog will be uploaded today on this channel after F&T 300. So make sure you check all that out. I'll watch because I didn't go this year.
There was way too much of me singing and it had to get cut out. Had to happen. Where the fuck was I? So privileged. They're looking for their Normandy.
Yeah, they are.
YouTube search Ghost in the Machine 2 play now. It's a military advertisement, but it's not a normal military advertisement. Very Twisted Shadows. I don't know what you're talking about. Tommy Salami for 2. Gay son or that daughter?
I don't think he says that.
Thought daughter. God.
Well, at least the daughter's working, right? Like, I don't know.
That's such a hard question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, do you want a daughter who's constantly trying to get it, or a dude, or a male son who takes it one time in the ass? It's like, oh God, that's tough. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's brutal. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Jay's the kind of guy who would wake everyone up, tell them he's going to sleep.
I have done that.
Sir Hat for 2. I read Plagueis. It was okay, but Bane is my go-to. Yeah,
Bane is excellent.
Great. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Jay's the kind of guy who touches people's helmets without consent.
That is true.
PM,
that is true.
Beardo's now not gay after his Rocky speech the other day. Jay needs to step up.
I run a pirate channel. Does that help?
Depends.
It just got monetized on Facebook.
Are they gay pirates?
No.
Bush and Ryu Cap for 2. We need Fight Club 2. Electric Boogaloo. Maybe. PJ, do you guys see Mark Hamill's new X post? What a moron. Oh,
yeah. He's making it political. Of course he is.
Vault 95 Survivor for $1. The J flag looks like a rainbow.
Did you see the new gay flag?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't seen the updated flag?
The one with the circle in it and stuff? I did see people memeing on it, but I don't know if I've seen the official actual version.
It's pretty brutal.
I do need to find, where the fuck is that? I've got an entire tab that's like missing right now.
Go to Tony Luke's for Philly cheesesteak. So don't go to Pat's or Geno's.
Tony Luke's. What's Tony?
I don't know. I'm just reading. Someone in the chat said, "Don't." Neither. Don't. Those are tourist. Well, you know.
We did have to talk about this though, because after we spent the last year shitting all over Disney for all the money they lost at the box office, finally some people are kind of acknowledging that yes, indeed, that is the case. But still, with protection from the mainstream media, they will not admit how bad it actually is. So we got to go over this article here on Deadline. Disney detonates 4 bombs in Deadline's 2023 Most Valuable Blockbuster Tournament. So this is where they break down some of the biggest winners of the year in terms of money-wise and some of the biggest losers of the year. The way they do this is they factor in how much money something made at the box office, take whatever the cut of that revenue would be to the theaters, what ends up going back to the studios, And also, they add a little bit of extra things in, like what they estimate the print and marketing ads to be, what they estimate they got by, DVD sales, stuff like this. We've got an interesting answer. One, according to Deadline, the biggest loser of the year was, in fact, the Marvels.
Wow.
Now, they say that it lost around $237 million. That's a lot of fucking money, Jay.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't think it's very accurate. And we'll get to why. This is how they come up with these numbers. And we've talked about this last year around this time when they came out with the same bullshit excuses for some things, like for some Marvel things as well that came out. But this is where they're getting that. Box office. Hey, this is how they did. $206 million of the box office. Revenues from that $206 million, they only got $88 million back to the studio after the box office cut.
Wow.
Now, home entertainment, what they're claiming, whether it's people buying it on DVD or purchasing it on demand, things like that, they're saying that brought them in an additional $40 million, if you say so. This is the one that I have a problem with. Television and streaming, $90 million. You know what this number is, Jay?
Is that like the Disney Plus?
This is the amount of money that Disney decides to pay themselves for the rights they already own to it so they can stream it. So this is fake fucking money. It's taking money literally from one pocket of Disney and putting it into another. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you had sold this to Netflix or Prime, whatever, another streaming service, and they gave you that money, that would be one thing. But that's not what's happening. This might be one of the reasons we see Disney Plus losing money hand over fist, because they count this things as them purchasing it. However, the fact that they're counting in $90 million that Disney agreed to pay themselves for the rights to stream the Marvels, which nobody probably would have paid that much anyway, you can basically count that as fucking nothing. So what that means to me is that this thing fucking lost closer to $320 million. Than 237.
So this movie lost more than some billion-dollar movies cost to make.
Oh yeah,
that is crazy, man. I mean, how much did Dune cost to make?
170 or somewhere
so
on there.
This thing lost more than what? That's man.
They also estimate print and ads to be 110 million. That would be shockingly low for Disney. Most of so that's advertising.
Is basically. That from the? Well, I'm saying is that because they stopped running ads on Twitter?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why it's a little low.
I don't know. But here's some other Disney. Well, The Flash is the next one. To them, they think it lost $155 million. I should go back to the Marvels and say, by the way, their estimate for production costs, that is the number that we have currently available that doesn't include all the reshoots and most of the visual effects. In all likelihood, this number is well north of $300 million. So we won't find that out until next year when they're forced to disclose it with taxes. The Flash is next. The Flash, according to them, lost $155 million. But all Disney for the rest of them. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, net loss, $143 million.
I swear that's got to be more than that.
Do you know why it's more than that? Because they paid themselves $120 million for the rights to stream what they already had the rights to stream. So you add $120 million to that, you're looking at closer to a $260 million loss, aren't we? And it just goes on and on and on. Here's Wish. They say it lost $131 million. They also claim they spent $85 million paying themselves for the rights to it, so closer to $200 million. And Haunted Mansion, $117 million. They paid themselves $60 million for the rights to stream that. This is all bullshit. As bad as it looks for Disney, it's actually significantly fucking worse. How embarrassing it is. And Deadline always does this, and I don't feel like they do a good enough job explaining to people what the fuck this number actually is. This would have been a real number 10 years ago. Because 10 years ago, Marvel could come out with a movie, and they could make a massive deal with Netflix to get this movie and that movie to come on as streaming after they were done with it. That's not how they do it anymore. They already have the fucking rights to these things. Now they're paying themselves, and what's happening is they're taking the losses on the Disney Plus end instead of heavily on the movie side of it. Maybe more people get paid more this way. I don't fucking know. Either way, just embarrassing.
That is very, very. I mean, it's just stuff that you've already been saying for a while. We've seen it. Numbers never lie. You know. And now we got like, what are we looking forward to next? That could be the Star Wars movies. That going to be I swear, like the Indiana Jones would have been like a lot bigger just because it costs so much to make. But
it did. But I mean, the Marvels cost basically the same. The Marvels only made $200 million.
That's crazy.
Worldwide.
The Marvels would cost like the same as Indiana Jones when you see that film and the CGI and like, what was it like the dance recital? Did that cost them a lot of money to do
I don't know. Did you see it fucking Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny how horrific the CGI looked?
It was awful.
As Gumby Indiana Jones in a shadow is jumping over the fucking train. Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. But that's what they said they spent a lot of their money on was the de-aging. So
can't have spent that much.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. When other people are doing it a lot less. I mean, you freaking got like I remember when what was it? Was it the Ahsoka series when they had Hayden Christensen come out as like young Anakin and he looked terrible?
They didn't do any de-aging.
And then some guy on
basically
YouTube
didn't even put makeup on him. Yeah.
Yeah, some guy on YouTube with his own little studio made it 100 times better, and just put it out there. He's like, man, I could do a better job with what I have at home than what Disney did in that series. So
my favorite gay for 2 says, I'm gay.
That's terrifying. That shaven beard.
It's rough. Parker becomes channel member. Thank you, Parker.
Look at that hat.
Pre-Dawn Corpse for 5. Amazing. Thanks, Ryan. Also, the pick is unreal. It's COD Cold War Rambo skin. Technically, it is his corpse after being killed, if that makes sense. Got it. It's good to know that it's not a real corpse. Malthale for 5. Jay, drive a little north to AC and go to White House Subs.
If I can make it there, yeah.
Jester of Roanoke for 2. How much did Disney lose in Godzilla -1s? A lot. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Jay's the kind of guy who drops money on the floor, picks it back up, and thinks he made money. That's what Disney's doing right now. That's what Disney's literally doing. Adam Twomley for 5. Gabo Baggins and the Butter Dish Bandit are back together. My favorite daily. Hey. The other 199. Thank you.
Man, I don't know if anyone's bringing me butter dishes here in Philly, but I got 2 from Canada. Putting them all on display.
2 more than you need.
Yeah.
Tobias for 10. Can't wait for Disney to try to wokeify Zootopia 2 and lose even more money. If they fuck that one up, they'll be losing even more money without the furry support. My guess is you could put a lot of woke shit in there and the furries would still masturbate to it. Like, it's my guess. Maybe not you, Tobias, but I don't know if you stand for all furries. You all right, Jay? All right.
That's pretty good.
Just making sure. But we are all we're all caught up, Jay.
Look at that. I didn't really add much to the show at all. Ryan did all the heavy lifting. I was just here for moral support, which he doesn't even need.
Yeah. You never know. I might need it.
Never know. I did show one clip of protesters, though. There we go.
You did. You bounced things off. You discussed things. You embellished things. After I took 3 minutes to explain a subject, you would say things like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. That's how this show works.
Yeah. I know.
You didn't fucking send me any topics.
I know.
Usually every day you send me like 5 or 6 things, which I do always look at. I just never acknowledge that you sent them to me.
True. I did send that Wesley Snipes might be in X-Men. Might be in Deadpool and Wolverine. So
he needs to pay that tax money back. So bring it on.
But we didn't get to that. I always bring the extra. It's like if we run out of time, yeah.
I help a lot, Reed.
I'm the kind of guy that gets an A on the group project in school, and I didn't do anything.
What do you got going on, Jay?
I'm leaving in about 30 minutes. I'm going to the airport, and I'm heading to Philadelphia. So for the Philly Fan Expo, and I'll be back on Monday. So for everybody out there in Philly, I'll see you out there. Should be a lot of fun and cool guests tonight on FNT. So
who's Drinker on?
I don't know if they want me to say, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's they?
Gary and Jeremy.
Well,
it's not me. Don't worry.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually know he's coming on. I thought it was Critical Drinker, but I might be wrong. So I don't.
It's not me. Don't worry.
Kevin Kirk for 10. Sony's trying to get all the games under an umbrella of censorship and boost their numbers. They forced Helldiver 2 and Stellar Blade PC later. It is to enforce their censorship on PC. Thank you, Kevin Kirk. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. We got 4 hours till FNT. I gotta watch Fall Guy in between there. Jay's gotta leave to do big important things with Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, and just carry a bag.
That's right. Ask him if he ever saw Dave Filoni alone. Ask if he ever saw Dave Filoni alone in a room with a dog, and if he's allowed to tell those stories or if he's under an NDA. So, all right, guys, that is gonna be it. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.